This is a city. It has 4 climate zones. 22,000 sectors and 6 million people that create 3,793.1 metric tons of trash daily. Without garbage police, trash would clog this city and everything would come to a stop. Most people don't even care what happens to their trash once they've thrown it away, but I do. That's why I've chosen the life of waste management. I'm a garbage cop. This is my job.
Mac, where are we going?
There's gonna be a tunnel soon. The old 56 tunnel. It's a marvel of modern engineering.
All I see are trees and forests.
There's gonna be a tunnel. Just as soon as we cleared the woods, it's gonna take us under the city's containment field and into the tropical divide.
Mac, you ever been to the tropics?
No, I've always stayed north in the heartland of the winter. Except for that one time I went on vacation.
I wonder what the trash is like in the tropics. It's got to be the same, right?
I guess we're gonna find out. Man, this tropical zone is hot.
Now you're telling me. Hey, you see that?
Yeah, I see that. We got Cobra. Let's get him. Chip, get him! Shut up! Who said you could talk? Scum like you make me sick. There's a reason why we can't throw our trash anywhere we like. If you did, there would be filth and disorder, chaos in the streets, and this city would just come to an end. And punks like you are just the worst offenders too. You just better be glad I believe in the garbage law so much, or I would just cut you open and watch you bleed. Get back there.
It's too hot. I need AC.
You can get back there or I can tie you to the bumper. It's your choice.
All right. Now you're gonna know what it's like to be trashed. Before they put you in jail. Sit down!
Do you write down everything in there?
No, just every other thing.
Ha ha. Funny, funny, man.
Don't laugh. I've got everything in my archives. I can tell you what I was doing all the way back to the trash revolutions.
Oh. Hey, look who it is. Look, it's, who that is.
Oh, Clara! Man, I got 3/4 of my archives are devoted to her.
What have you two been up to?
Clara, I've missed you.
What's this?
He was a code brown. I bagged him and, Mac here tagged
Hey,
him.
can you guys do me a favor and take this bag for me and do my next stop? My partner didn't show up. It really helped me out a lot.
No problem. I mean, you know, anything for you, Clara.
Wait, what happened to your partner?
I don't know, he just didn't show up for work. I think he's drunk or something.
All right. Just throw the bag in back and we'll be on our way.
Yeah, thanks.
So great to see Clara again. She's amazing. She's my destiny, man.
You like her. I know.
I love her. I really do. How can I tell her I do? I love the way she walks. I love the way she smells. I love the way she talks. Why, oh why, can't she be mine? I try so hard not to cry.
Here we go again.
Man, what am I gonna do, Mac?
Well, you like her? So what? You just tell her.
But I can't. I'm afraid.
Well, let's just get the trash.
Mac, it's the code brown. He's escaping.
Let him go. He's been tagged. We know where he lives. But that escape's gonna look pretty bad on our record. What do you think? Chip?
I think I just found Claire's partner.
I'm the dude with all the clues. Nothing but a man uncovering scats.
Kwon!
Better believe it. #1 gangster with all the answers. Compared to me, the rest are pranksters.
Kwon! Kwon! Kwon!
I got the style that's good for mobs. The only detective they've got on file. I leave the guilty in denial. A super crime fighter that's kinda wild. Without me, there'd be no trials.
Solving crime that no one else can. Here's Detective Kwon.
Give me a call, I'll solve it all. If I can't do it, no one can. Best crime fighter since Charlie Chan.
Kwon, Kwon, Kwon.
I'm no stranger to any danger. More well-trained than an army ranger. You got the crime, I got the time. Cause I'm Detective Kwon.
Kwon,
Peace and I'm out.
solving crime that no one else can. Here's Detective Kwon.
I had been called into the city by its garbage president, Mr. Wheaton. He had a case for me, which is good, considering that I was strapped for cash. I'd never been to the city before, so I had to learn its ways in order to successfully solve this crime. And though I didn't know it at the time, I was about to find out what happens when garbage police encounter a mess that they can't clean up on their own.
Kwon,
Detective Kwon, you must understand my position. We are a private enterprise. The city contracts us out. Something like this could ruin us.
But don't you guys own the city?
Let's just say we own 49% of the city. The dead man was a city cop deep undercover. I had no idea. Now the people who run the city think that I ordered his murder, and they want me out.
Mr. Wheaton, you're sitting on stacks of money. What do you care if this city doesn't want to do business with you anymore?
That's true. I do have many holdings. But if I'm convicted of masterminding the killing of a city cop of all things, I could spend a lot of time behind bars.
You're right. I didn't think about that. But you've got good lawyers, don't you?
Yeah, we have some of the best, but I don't care about that. You have to understand, I grew up in the city. You know, when I was younger, it was just me and my mom. And I can remember going to the park and just being there, enjoying what was going on in this city. Look, I cannot have people in this city thinking that I'm a criminal, especially folks that I know who are out there in those streets walking around.
Say no more. I'll take the case.
Good, good. What is the meaning of this?
Lieutenant Bradshill, Internal Affairs.
But I said no police. This is a private matter.
A cop's been killed. That makes it our business.
No. I just hired Detective Kwon. He'll be working the case. I'm sure he'd be willing to share all of his findings with you.
I've heard about you, Kwon. You're a fake. You're a phony. You go around pretending like you're some sort of great detective. But con artists like you just make your rounds, stealing people's hard-earned money.
I resent that.
You can resent that all you want. I got a court order to investigate this murder.
All right. That's all well and good. Now, would you please remove yourself from my office, Lieutenant?
Let's go. You know, Kwon, don't even think that this is over. I'm not done with you yet. By the time I solve this murder, I'm going to expose you for the fake you really are. And you better just hope and pray that you don't get in my way. Or I'm going to crush you under my foot like a bug.
So many have said so. Yet I'm still here.
Let's go.
So when can you start?
Kwon.
So this was a city. It seems to be a very big place, and I was only looking at a quarter of it. There was a murder out there, and it was my task to find him. They say that the city had a big problem with natural disasters. Then about 21 years ago, someone got a bright idea to cover it all, put an end to the bad weather. Although I couldn't see it, there was a dome up there high above me. Mr. Wheaton was a nobleman in a world of corruption. Maybe that's why I accepted this case. Not so much because I needed the work, more that the work needs me. Besides, this guy's loaded. Maybe this time around, I'll get paid. That night, I walked the streets, trying to pick up the vibe of this city. As I walked, I got the distinct impression that there was something tracking my every movement. It was driven and crude, and somewhat decayed in its own way. I felt that it was almost atop me, but then it was gone.
Where'd you come from? Hey! Don't move! I said freeze! Don't move! I said don't move! I don't know who you are, but I don't need my gun to fight you.
right? Not gonna be as easy as you thought it was gonna be, huh? Come on.
Yeah, boss. I got him.
Welcome to my lair, Detective. My name's Kane. To your right is Kane. I'm the one and only vampire drug lord in this part of the city.
That's nice. So what's this all about?
This concerns Mr. Wheaton.
Mr. Wheaton is my client. I will not divulge confidential information without his express permission.
Mr. Wheaton's strength is in his ability to command the wills and hearts of so many people. As you can see, we are not people.
That is true.
Mr. Wheaton is a very accessible man. Anything he happens to say can be overheard by anyone who wishes to hear.
That is not true. Mr. Wheaton is the most powerful man in this city, let alone one of the most important person in this half of the world.
Of course he is! What, do you think that I don't know that? I apologize, Detective. We never have guests here. As such, we did not know if you could be trusted. We also wish to keep Mr. Wheaton's information confidential. As you no doubt know, Detective, we are vampires, part and parcel of the undead, and as such, we need to feed on the living. We take killers and criminals off the streets with no questions asked. We do a great service for this city. Unfortunately, most people don't look at it this way, because sometimes we need to sell some illicit substances in order to survive. Mr. Wheaton is very much aware of our situation, and as a result, he has adopted a take-no-action strategy. His inaction against us has greatly contributed to our survival.
I see. So you need him in order to survive?
Yes, we do.
I guess if you and Wheaton are buddies, that's okay with me. I want to crack this case, and for that, I need clues. First off, if you don't mind, I need to see the body.
Boss, the body's been sent to the city morgue.
The morgue? I can't get into... Wait a minute. You can get me in there.
Consider it done.
I got the feeling that Caden's intentions were less than admirable. First off, the instructions they gave me were very confusing. You would think that vampires would know the morgue very well. It was almost as if they were purposefully misleading, as if their aim was to get me lost. And on top of that, it seemed a little funny that a man that loved this city as much as Mr. Wheaton would turn a blind eye to illegal activities that were taking place in it. But for now, I was going to take it for what it was worth and chalk it up with a little more than a suspicion. There's a body I needed to find, and I had no other choice about it. As I was saying earlier, every city had its own vibe and individual feel, like a heartbeat or a fingerprint, no two alike. I was starting to understand this dome city a little more, its feel and how it treated its people. Don't get me wrong, this place is great, clean for the most part. Nearly entirely crime-free, and its people, friendly, mostly. And because I am a guest, and I am here on an official capacity, that means I can bend the rules a little. But I tell you one thing, I wouldn't want to live here. I guess all the restrictions on everyone just shows what people can get used to for the sake of public safety. This morgue's a big place. I didn't realize I'd have to walk so far, but that's all right. As long as it got me closer to solving this case, I'd walk 1,000 miles if it brought me closer by an inch.
Kwon.
Doctor, you look lost. Are you a temp or a transfer, or maybe they moved you here for no good reason?
Actually, I was looking for the body of that garbage cop that got killed.
Oh, you mean the one everyone's talking about? Didn't you get the email? Hold the phone. Get out of here. You're no doctor. You're Detective Kwon. You solve mysteries.
No.
Liar. You're Kwon. I know it.
I'm just gonna walk away very slowly. Just pretend I was never here.
Oh no, wait. Come back. I have to know one thing. Are you a real detective?
It was the last time I checked.
Really? Did you go to school or get your certificate in the mail?
A little bit of both, actually.
Are you undercover? Are you working a case? Wait, is it the one about that garbage cop murder?
Yes. Yes. And maybe. You know, if you're interested, I could use your help.
This is the coroner's finding.
That's great, but I'd also like to see the body.
I don't think that's possible.
Why not?
Well, they donated the organs as soon as it came in, and then they burned the rest of the body last night. It was in the encoded email that we all got today. Well, except for you.
Could there be a mistake?
I don't think so. You wouldn't know because you're not from here. The city is quick to recycle bodies, no matter who it is. Unless you're rich. Then they're all but too happy to wait, then charge you for the time.
You're listening to Extraordinary, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of the unknown. I'm Shania Ramshaw. And now, here's your host, Dolby Shidini.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Tonight we have a special guest on, a strange fellow who claims to have a special puddle in his basement.
Which side are you on? name was Officer Spiden. Wow. He used his real name when he went undercover. This guy must have a death wish. No family, no friends, no one I can interrogate. Damn. Blunt force trauma to the back of the head? Yeah, that'll do it. No crime scene photos though. That's odd.
Kwon? Kwon!
Hold on, my dear helper. I'm trying to think. It's all this blacked out stuff. Report is sloppy as hell. Unless someone beat to it.
Detective, looks like you fell right into my little trap.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
The great Detective Kwon. Outsmarted by a lowly cop. How's that gonna look in your next novel?
Not very good.
You know, it's gonna look like hell, because you're gonna be doing it from prison. And finally, the world will see that you're not just the biggest fraud, but you're a filthy criminal.
Oh.
Hi, babe. It's me. Aw, are you mad at me? Come
You make me sick. Didn't I tell you not to interfere, Kwon?
Boss, the living dead are in the building!
This is your lucky day. Better go. Got some zombies surrounded up. Don't think this is over. Not by a long shot. Let's go.
You have to go.
Why? What's going on?
Thought I heard something.
Maybe it was a false alarm?
Are you alright?
I'm alright. I just managed to break off one of their heads.
That's not gonna hold them for very long. We better make a break for them, for there's too many to fight against. I know. Just meet me at the elevator on this floor. I'm gonna go downstairs and work my way back up.
What kind of place are you running here, Doc?
Nothing.
How much ammo you got?
Not much. You've got something on your face.
Hey, pull the elevator! Pull the elevator!
Oh, buddy. Better you than me, man.
Is that a car?
No, I took the bus.
That leaves us one choice then.
What's that?
Run for it.
Hey, oh! Dow, what are you doing, man? What's your problem?
I have something to ask you. It's very important.
Go ahead.
What's your name?
Oh, yeah. This entire time, I never introduced myself. I'm Dana Steele, and I'm training to be a lab assistant.
Well, Miss Steele, very grateful for all your help on my investigation.
Don't you mean our investigation? I'm going to help you solve this. We're partners.
Okay then. Partners.
Kwon.
I can't sleep, Matt. I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh no, it's not Clara again, is it?
The one and the same.
You know, you've been talking about her ever since we partnered up nearly 2 years ago.
I know, but I love her, Mac.
Like I told you before, I'll say it again. You're just gonna have to talk to her to find out if she really likes you.
But I'm afraid, what if she doesn't like me?
Well, you're gonna have to do it, because otherwise I'm just gonna find a new partner, because you're starting to drive me nuts.
Okay, I can do this. It's not a big deal, but it's kind of a big deal.
Just go up and talk to her at lunch.
Yeah, you're right. I can do this. I'm gonna tell her tomorrow at noon at the benches.
All right.
Yeah.
You just remember to bring your bus pass, because they ain't gonna wait around to drive your sorry ass home.
You smoke too much.
No, I don't.
My dad used to smoke.
Really? What happened to him?
He quit?
It's impossible.
That's what my dad used to say. But then he stopped anyway.
What? How?
He switched to one of those wooden pipes, you know, like the ones they use in those old-fashioned movies.
And you think I could do the same?
You could.
Okay. If you find me one of those old-fashioned pipes, I'll give it a try.
It's a deal.
Kwon.
Dana, I have a favor to ask you.
Sure, what is it?
I need you to find out more about the garbage police suspected in this crime. That would be Mac, Chip, Clara, and the murder victim Spiden. I wrote them down already.
I'll get right on it. What are you gonna do?
Wheaton told me there was an illegal dumper that Mac and Chip apprehended. He doesn't live too far from here. You look up those other guys. I'm gonna talk to him. For all we know, he could be the killer.
Kwon.
Hello.
Kwon, this search is hopeless. There's no files found on any of these people. It's like someone went into the net and erased them.
Brine scale.
Why? What did you find out?
Well, I know the illegal dumper didn't do it.
How do you know that?
Because he's dead. The cops must have found his body sometime last night.
What does it mean?
Means we have a killer on the loose. I'll call you back. This was the guy that Mac and Chip found. Now he's dead. The question put before me was why. What was so important it was worth killing over? Littering is liberty. This looks like some sort of underground political movement around here. Could it be information he was hiding? Is that why he's dead? Maybe. Dome Center. See how the weather is made.
Kwon, I found a place that might have the information you asked for. But it's super far from here. I'm going to have to cross a couple of climate zones to get there.
Do it! Whatever it takes.
It's going to take me all day. What are you going to do?
I'm going to the Dome Center where the weather is made.
Great. So I'm going to the ends of the earth while you go to a science museum.
I'm not going there for my own amusement. I'm going there to get educated.
The zombie plant failed!
I may have underestimated Kwon's abilities. That's it. No more outsourcing. Kwon's investigation could ruin everything we've worked so hard to conceal. When night comes, I want you to take care of him yourself.
My pleasure.
I had some idea of what was happening, but I had to know for sure. They say the weather around here was starting to act funny recently. About the same time that the garbage cop was killed. I got a feeling that the murder of the cop and the weather problems were somehow related. I could be wrong. But once I got a feeling about something, I had no choice but to prove it. This time around, I thought I might ask directions. Last time I was in a place like this, I got lost.
Hey, you!
Alright, arrest me, you win.
What for?
You're a cop. I can smell it all over your body.
I'm not a cop. But I am trying to solve a crime.
Oh?
One.
There, kid. Just go up and talk to him.
Yeah, I can do this. I can do this.
You can do it. You can do it. You're the man.
All right, yeah.
You're number one. Chip, what happened?
Kwon.
This is where I spy on people.
Really?
I call it romance. Other people call it stalking.
I don't care about your social life. I have a case to solve. What can you tell me about the weather dome?
You are in luck because there is a miniature right over there. Few people know that the weather dome actually exists. They live their lives day in and day out, not knowing what is above their heads.
I agree.
See, it was designed to be unseen.
Sure, that makes sense.
However, the only time that you can see it is if you look out to the horizon on the sea at sunrise. Ah, look here. This is the mega city. We are here, sandwiched in the valley. You no doubt took the tunnel road into the tropical zone. Here is the heartland, the spring sector, and fall zones.
A friend of mine is looking for some information.
Ah, that would be Data Computer, your friend, is here on the second tropical landmass. No one goes there. That be the old city. She must have took the train. That's the only way to go.
That's nice. Has there been anything strange happening around here? I hear the weather's been acting up recently.
They say that this dome could be blacked out from the sky, and that the sun would be blotted out.
Very interesting. How could that happen?
It was late last Saturday when I felt that an ancient signal had been tripped. Past the old walls of the master control room, onto the tangled systems I went, beyond the knotted wires that had weathered. And see, their time age passed. Then there was a spark, and it was trigger on a transmitter and receiver from when this city was not yet born. It was turned on by this.
But how? What is that?
You will have to figure that one out on your own.
Can I have that?
Take it, it's yours. But remember this, that egg is only plastic. The one you want is a little bit different.
Well, really, thanks. My investigation. Dana. Looks like you're right here.
Kwon.
I've been thinking about it. Forget the other names. I want you to ask the computer, what does an egg have to do with the weather?
Okay, got it.
Welcome, seeker of knowledge. What knowledge do you seek?
I have a question. What does an egg have to do with the weather?
That's easy. It's the RMECU.
What's that?
Searching.
The RMECU Motor Master Environmental Control Unit, a small egg-shaped object that has the ability to remotely control the weather patterns for the entire city, used for the construction of the megadome. This unit was lost soon after its completion. It contains 5.7 ounces of radium, giving the unit an active life of 10,000 years. A light tap on the device will change its color and elected quadrant zone. Pink for summer, orange for fall, blue for winter, and yellow for spring. When the preset feature is engaged, the egg will appear green.
Command stations may be used to control the weather dome in its place. However, once engaged, the Remoter Master Environmental Control Unit's instructions can absolutely not be overridden.
In my mind, I knew that it would take a little while for Dana to get the answer. So I thought I might get some answers of my own.
What the hell?
I got a quick question for you guys.
Go ahead. Hey, aren't you the detective that Wheaton hired?
That's me.
What can we do you for, Detective?
So, do you own this vehicle?
Sure do. It's the Rolling Blue Thunder.
Rolling Blue Thunder, huh? So do you, wash, wax, take care of this vehicle?
Yeah, it's part of the job. It goes all the way back to the trash revolution, you know, when the first government collapsed. You know, left it to like normal people like us to clean up everyone's garbage. It's common knowledge. We're contracted.
So, would you gentlemen happen to know anything about this? There's a gentleman you captured the other day. Found this at his place.
It figures.
Illegal dumpers, they're all separatists.
The only thing is, he wasn't dumping. He was looking for something. That something looked a lot like this.
I think you've been out into the sun a little too long there, Detective. That's a plastic egg.
I know this one's plastic, but the other one he was looking for was a little different.
If that's all, Detective, I mean, we better get going.
Yeah, Chip's right. You know, we've had a half day here, and I want to get home.
All right, but if you find something that looks like this, you ought to let me know.
Will do.
Talk to me.
I found out that the egg is a remote for the weather. It was lost for the past 20 years.
Let's meet up, Dana. I think a big piece of the puzzle's just fallen into place. I know that I said I would meet Dana, but I had one more stop before I did that. Hey. Oh, what would you know about fighting vampires?
You should hire a shrouded minion.
Oh, what?
You know the mercenaries, they have covered faces in the long black robes.
I don't want to hire anyone.
All right. Here. Check this out. Yeah. There's still this frost left over. Now you really got to put some willpower into it. Otherwise it's not going to do you any good.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Go ahead, scream. See if anybody cares. I'm a city cop. You're defenseless, weak and all alone. Now you listen and you understand something. I saw this kid. Not you, not your boyfriend Quan.
Quan's not my boyfriend. We're partners.
Shut up. I have a message for Quan. I'm gonna be on the 10 o'clock news tonight. You and your partner better be watching. And then he better get on the first bus out of town or I'm gonna make him pay for everything he messed up on my investigation.
You're wrong. The illegal dumper is dead. The killer is still out there.
So what? The dumper's nothing. The guy's hopped up buddies is what done him in. You tell Quan that his time in this city is over. I saw the crime. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Good. Now get out of here.
What happened? Talk to me.
Quan, I just ran into that blind scale guy. He said he solved the case and that he'd be on the news at 10, and then after that he said that you should get out of town.
Whatever it is he thinks he solved, he's wrong. Dana, you alright?
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, I guess.
Dana, we're partners. We're a crime-fighting team. However you feel, whatever that filthy Brian Scale did to you, we're gonna beat him. We're gonna crack this case. You and me. You believe it. Even if it seems impossible. It's true.
Yeah. I know.
And we're not gonna watch the 10 o'clock news. We're not gonna play Brian Scale's macho head games. It's you again. What do you want?
You are going to die.
No!
Dana, no! You can't beat him, he's up there!
This yours? Good. Not even want to dismember her.
Dana, I want you to go straight home. They can't get you unless you invite them in.
Okay, what about you?
I've got one more suspect to question. I gotta get to her before her shift ends.
Don't tell me he's still alive.
Yeah, there's another thing. There's a girl with him also.
A girl? This changes things. Perhaps we can take advantage of Kwon's detective skills after all.
But what if Kwon doesn't want to cooperate?
Well then, we'll just have to convince him otherwise.
I know I said that I would go straight home, but I had something very important to do before that.
Dana, you're gonna have to call me back.
This isn't Dana.
Kane, how did you get this number? What did you do?
Your number's listed in the net. And in the yellow pages, my dear detective.
What's this about, you sick monster?
By now, you must know the value of the weather device and what it can do for me. Find it and give it to me by midnight. And I'll give you back your girl.
Kwon! Don't listen to him!
Yeah, you tell him.
That's a good one, boss.
There's no point in getting upset. In order to save Dana, I would need a clear mind. I would have to question Clara, but how? I knew that this one would be harder to approach than the other two. I would have to blend in if I was going to get the information that I need. I would need some sort of disguise.
Well, that's why they say the garbage business is a volume business. Need more volume to move more. I move about 5 cubic meters a day, if you can believe that. You know, I've all...
Come here often?
Yeah, almost every day. You new here or something?
This? Nah, I've been a garbage cop for over 30 years.
You don't look old enough.
Why, thanks. I age well.
So, if you've been in garbage so long, what did you think of the garbage revolt?
I don't have time for that nonsense. Waste management is my life.
Can I ask why you're bothering me?
You can ask. I'm not gonna tell you.
You're kidding. You have the device? Really? Well, maybe I can drop by and see it.
Detective Kwon, you're under arrest for littering. What?
Hello, Mr. Wheaton.
Juan, I'm very disappointed in you. Littering is a very serious offense.
But
you left your handgun on the docks. We fingerprinted it. We scanned it for DNA, and we checked the serial numbers. It's registered to you.
I was fighting a vampire. It's not fair.
You know, that's what they all say. I thought you knew you just can't drop anything you like on the ground. If everyone in the city did that, the city would just break up. Now, I know you're not from here, so I'll let this one slide. However, you must be more respectful of our laws, even though they may seem silly to you. Do you understand?
I understand. I apologize if I offended you.
Don't apologize to me. You might want to apologize to the garbage cop you beat up. You know, you're very lucky he hasn't pressed charges against you. Brian Scal has asked me to view him on television tonight, and you may join me if you wish, or you may continue your investigation, but it may prove to be fruitless if Brian Scal has solved the case as he claims he has.
All right, so what Brian Scott has to say.
Yeah, it's broken and it just keeps on getting hotter, and I don't know what to say. It's just like, you know, they don't give us enough water down here, and the heat is just too unbearable, and I don't know how long I can take this anymore, you know, because if it gets hot any more hotter, I don't think I can work here anymore. They need to get something to cool us down. One guy just get really sick, and you know, I can't afford to do that already.
Is the temperature increasing? As of 2 weeks ago, the arent temperature was at 82.3 degrees Fahrenheit. As of yesterday, the arent temperature was measured at 101 degrees Fahrenheit.
RF modulator.
Is the temperature increasing? You be the judge.
I'm doing the crazy dance. So we could use this and we have a little party. You can do it.
Sitting in my little lightsaber.
We'll be up and down and get those girls and we'll have fun.
Sitting in my little lightsaber. Star Wars. Sitting in my little lightsaber.
Okay, let's. Okay. Thank you, Brother Man 13, for that very informative report. Next, we're reporting live from the steps of the police station, where Lieutenant Brian Scale has discovered the identity of the garbage cop killer. I think he's about to exit out of here. Should be security. Lieutenant Brian Scale. Lieutenant, would you like to make a comment on the garbage cop killings? Any comment?
Actually, yes, I do. Ladies and gentlemen, I have found the killer. It's none other than the garbage cop known as Mac.
Mac, what would cause him to do such a hideous crime?
Boss! Hold on for a second, yes.
We found Mac's partner closet with a bag over his head. He's in real bad shape.
I see, thank you. Like I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, the criminal element is always alike. Once Mac's co-worker found out about the killing, Mac's deviant, twisted mind snapped. And he had to kill again. Simple as that.
Boss, it happened while the suspect was still in custody.
Does that mean that the garbage cop killer is still on the loose?
No. Get these cameras out of here. Get these cameras out of here. Let's go. Let's go.
That is a very interesting development. Back to you.
This man is embarrassing.
It might be a good thing.
In what way?
Maybe now he'll be ready to listen.
Kwon.
Hello, Dana. You wish to know why you're here.
I know why. You found out about the weather device, and now you want to use it for yourself. For some sick, twisted plan.
Detective Kwon will obtain it for me.
No! He'll never do that!
Oh, he will. Everyone knows there aren't enough resources in this city to reclaim the dome. Once I have the weather device, I will plunge this city into a darkness never seen before. Vampires will rule the land without restriction.
Kwon will stop you.
Why would you say such an unpleasant thing like that?
Because Kwon is smarter than you'll ever be. He'll outthink you.
Let him try. I have a special surprise waiting for Detective Kwon.
Lieutenant, Brian Scale. I'm out here. Oh, it's you. What you think? Come to gloat? The great Kwon. I'm the best. Now it's time for you to listen to me. I'm not great. I'm nobody. My life is nothing but mysteries and nicotine. But you have the chance to be somebody. A hero to this city. Kwon, you're looking at a failure. You're the only great. You're a cop. See what your problem is? Your problem is you care too much of the welfare and the safety of the people of this city. That's why you can't stand me. And that's why you stopped all those zombies back in the lab. And if someone cared that much about something, they wouldn't quit. They defend it with their dying breath. And that's what makes you a goddamn hero. So what? So what if I am? What can I do about it? Well, you can start by saving my partner. Dana's gonna get seriously messed up really fast. So you make your choice. I can't make it for you.
Huh. Detective. I've been waiting.
Kane, I'm here. Let Dana go.
You are in no position to make demands. The weather device first, my dear detective, or you can kiss your girl goodbye. fool! You've walked into your own doom! I'm going to burn you to a crisp and mill your bones into ash.
Get on up. Come on. Come on, help her out. Get out of here, guys. Go.
Don't worry, boss. I'll get him.
Maybe you should avoid him. He's a human that knows our ways.
It doesn't matter. I'll kill him.
Where are they? Just time, my friend, you bit off a little bit more than you could chew.
Waiting for this. All right. Fine. Have it your way. Okay. Woo! Round two. One more time. Jesus. Where do you think you're going? All right. Get this. I don't know if you can see this, ladies and gentlemen. It's an amazing fight between a vampire and a human. Kane! Give it up, Kane. This building is surrounded. I got 1,000 cops out there just for you.
This isn't over. This city has met its doom!
Too bad he got away with the remote.
Oh, he didn't. That egg's plastic. The other one's a little bit different.
Lieutenant Brine scale. Lieutenant Brine scale. That was amazing. I've never seen anything like that before in my life.
Oh, it's all in a line of duty.
How did you crack the vampire's drug ring?
To tell you the truth, someone reminded me of what being a cop is really all about.
So what now?
Well, Chip is in a coma. Mac was cleared of all charges. That leaves one garbage cop left.
Clara!
She's the killer. There's only one thing I've been trying to figure out, though. That's how you managed to get captured by Kane and his crew. Didn't I warn you not to go out at night?
Well, I had to get you this. It's an old-fashioned wooden pipe, just like in those old-time movies.
Thank you, Dana. Couldn't have been too soon. So, you know, we figured this case. There's only one thing left, and that's to inform the guilty party.
But Kwon, how are you going to find her?
I have my ways.
What are you guys doing here? We've come here to arrest you.
You're not gonna get me without a fight.
What happened?
I took care of her.
Oh, I see. Mr. Wheaton, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Detective. What do we got?
The murder was Clara all along.
Clara?
Yeah, I did it. It started with that stupid cop Spiden a few nights back. We were sorting trash, like always, when Spiden found something.
Hey. You know what this is?
No.
This is the master environment control. This isn't supposed to exist.
Well, what does it do?
It controls the weather.
You're stupid. That's what system conditioning is for.
Let's see how dumb I am. Now, how do I work this? Locks off. Presets off. I remember tropics being pink. Whoa! Did you feel that?
I didn't feel anything.
The temperature just went up. It was instantaneous.
You're crazy. Nothing can do that.
This knob was invented when they put up the dome. Let's try 100.
Holy shit, you're right.
This thing was lost over 20 years ago, and to think we found it in the trash.
Okay, Spiden, this thing's worth a lot of money. I know some cold dudes that'll pay in cash.
Wait, no.
Spiden, this is it. Half for you and half for me.
But we can't.
All right. You found it. You knew what it was. 70-30. I can live with that.
Clara, we have to phone this one in.
No, we don't.
Listen, this thing could hurt a lot of people.
I don't care. It can make us rich. He started to call it in. What could I do? So I took a piece of trash that had been sticking out of the garbage and I killed him.
You want it to feel like a song over there? I can do that, you know. It's honestly...
When I hit him over the head with that lamp, the weather device in his hands went flying. I didn't have enough time to look around for it. I had a dead body on my hands, and more garbage cops were coming.
10-4, Spiden. Hey, kinda quiet there.
put the body behind the garbage bin and got out of there fast.
But the backup didn't come. There's really just some prankster on the other end of the line.
I didn't know. I couldn't risk going back there, so I hired a pro to look for me.
And that's when Chip and Mac found him.
I was kind of glad they did. They could come across the body, and that would divert suspicion away from me. And I knew if that dumper broke free, I could meet him back at his house and get the unit from him then.
But it didn't happen that way, did it?
No, it didn't. I went to his house. We got into an argument over the money. And when he finally told me that he didn't have the controller, I just lost it.
You were talking to Chip the time I saw you. He had the weather device. He took it from the dumper when he loaded it to the back of his truck. What did he tell you?
Oh, he wanted to get married and all that crap. So I took the egg from him, I locked him in the closet. I didn't want to kill him because I felt sorry for him.
Young lady, your thought processes belong in the trash. I've heard enough. We have our killer.
How are we going to prove it? Confession means nothing in a court of law.
It's all right. I've better evidence anyways. Chip spent all his time thinking about you. If you even took one moment out of your day just to get to know him, you would know he kept a meticulous journal. And the very last entry is about you. Dana, take her away.
Kwon, aren't you going to come down to the police station with me?
There's no time. There's one more loose end I have to tie up. You should know that you're the one Officer Spiden was sent to find.
You know my secret. I'm a garbage cop in the litter bug. I'm a member of the rubbish revolution. Litter is liberty, freedom is death. You should know, detective. I was just about to walk into the ocean before you came along. Now I guess I gotta go back and take my punishment.
Well, Mac, all I can say is that I'm not from this city. But I do know how it feels to be treated like a litter bug. Even if it is defending yourself from a deranged vampire. I can't say what I'd do if I couldn't litter. Even just a little. That's why I think you should go back to your garbage job. And not tell anyone about this little talk we had here.
Kwon, I gotta know. Why?
Well, because deep in my heart, I'm a litter bug too. Sure, I could have turned him in. What good would that have done? People need breathing room just to be human. I'll be the first one to admit that this city had its own problems. But all in all, it's an utopia. Over time, Chip made full recovery.
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much. How about you?
Good.
Oh, I got a question I've been meaning to ask.
Yeah, shoot.
When that bag was over your head, did you see a white light?
No. But when I went unconscious, I swear, the freaking hair went down my throat.
Chip.
Yeah.
You were unconscious for 3.5 weeks. And you're worried about some freaking hair?
Yeah, it's like it's still there. It's like it's stuck. It's like it's stuck there. I can still feel it.
So what you got there?
That's my new archive.
Crap, Clara again.
No way, I'm over her. This is April, the chick down in accounting.
Oh, man.
No, it's all right. I talked to her last week. I got a date for Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah.
All right, man. Way to go.
As for Dana, she used her experience in the garbage cop case to open up her own detective agency.
Dana Steele Detective Agency. Dana Steele speaking. You don't say. Yes. I'll be right there.
As for the RMECU, the egg got returned to the Dome Center, where it can be seen 24 hours a day, even on the weekends. And as for me, I'm still out there, ready to hunt down some clues and solve even more crimes.
Run for it! Hey, oh, Doll, what are you doing, man? What's your problem?
Which side are you on?
What? What's that? Someone's coming up behind me. So take off all your clothes. I'm good.
Hey, Spider, are you there? Spider. Now, don't let me see you macking on that girl, huh?
How are we going to prove it? Confession means nothing in a court of law.
The shit out of you.
Oh, this is my new archive. You just remember bring your bus pass, because they ain't gonna wait around to drive your sorry ass home. Chip, get him! Shut up! Who said you could talk? Scum like you make me sick.
By this?
Let's ring up one of his hands.
Get back there.
It's too hot. I hate it.
It doesn't matter. I'll kill him.
Give it up, Kane. I got this building surrounded. 1,000 cops ready to blast you in your ass.
Okay, so I'm driving. Does that look realistic? And then he's gonna like talk, like he's gonna go, hey buddy, what's up?
Yeah.
Or like if he's gonna bend forward.
Oh, well, maybe.
That might mess things up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, this search is hopeless. There's no files on any of the people.
Is it almost like someone went to the vendors?
It's just like that, Clark.
Okay, now walk forward, Quan, like that. I'm gonna solve some crime, okay?
You wanna crap my pants?
So that's it then?
Yeah, I think for
now?
today anyways.
My name is Kwon, also known as Don K1 in the club scenes. Well, in films, I pretty much do whatever script's given to me. Play a detective like I am in this movie. Play a gay guy. I'll even smoke, even though I don't smoke. But in real life, I actually am a waiter and a manager in a restaurant. I also MC at a bunch of different clubs.
I'm Lane Yoshioka. Normally in films I just like to act, but lately I've been taking on various other roles such as directing, producing, and editing. For a normal job, I work at Hawaii Host as a direct sales clerk, and I also work part-time as a magician's assistant for Alan Narita, and I dance hula for the Ebb Tides.
My name is Anthony. Well, in films, I usually make them. I help people like film them. I do camera stuff, like, you know, editing sometimes and writing sometimes, or directing, just like carrying stuff around, you know. Script super, no, I don't do that. Special effects, you know. Basketball.
My name is Samson Kealoha, I'm also known as Kalani. Well, in my regular life, I am an actor. The summit not fail! I'm a stuntman. I actually started off doing stunts, being a stuntman first, and then later on became an actor. Right now I presently work at a weightlifting gym down in Ever Beach, where I also presently live. My kind of characters I usually play are usually bad guy characters. There have been a couple times where I have played good guys, but majority of the time I guess I have the bad guy look, so I'm usually a bad guy, which is actually fun. It's totally opposite from who I really am in real life. So.
My name is Jason Wolf, for the record. You know, it seems like most of the stuff I've been doing in film has all been on the other side of the camera, holding up a boom mic. So this is really my first time on this side of it. So it's a fun thing to be doing. It's a completely different experience. It's in some ways more challenging than simply standing and trying to get the sound in. But I think the aspects of losing myself in a character or something is very rewarding.
John Isabella, also known as DJ Free. I was actually a DJ for about 15 years in Hawaii, like the nightclub scene. I did pretty much every nightclub you could think about. I got into film when I was working security on the set of Hawaii. It was for NBC Studios. And while I was drawing, like, you know, there's nothing really to do when you're security. Come on, let's get real. And so the art department guy decided to pick me up, and I worked on there. And then that got canceled, and started to do a little acting here and there.
As a human, I was once a personal trainer. I once worked as a counselor. And this is my life now.
Well, I'm Detective Kwon, of course. I'm Detective Kwon. As the main character, he gets hired. So I basically go in to solve this crime that they can't figure out.
Let's just say we own 49% of the city. The dead man was a city cop deep undercover. I had no idea.
They figured, hey, let's call this guy. He's supposed to be the best. So I come in. And I come across many interesting characters along my way.
I play Dana Steele. She's Detective Kwan's sidekick. He kind of just takes her under his wing because she's a big fan of his novels, detective novels, and they become fast friends.
I'm just kind of helping you out, you know, behind the camera sometimes, and like with lighting sometimes. Although I'm not the DP, if you know what I mean.
My character is a dark character, a vampire character, and he's actually the right-hand man of the main guy whose name in the film is called Kane. My character's name is Kane, and he's more like the person that goes out and takes care of all the dirty work for his boss, Caden. So that's why a lot of the scenes you'll see a lot of fighting, a lot of fighting, very little dialogue. He mostly, like I mentioned before, he mostly speaks, physically. He's very not a very verbal person as far as communication-wise.
The role that I play, his name is Lieutenant Brian Scale. He's like a real arrogant, real top cop of the city kind of character. He's been decorated many times for the city and working for the garbage police and like the city cop stuff. And his character actually has a love-hate relationship with Detective Kwon. Oh, it's you. What'd you do? Come to gloat? The great Kwon. I'm the best. Because he feels like Kwon is a little bit overrated. He's pretty much just a hot shot that does no real detective work. And of course, Brian Scale is the one in the trenches all the time, really gritty. Get out there and kick some butt. So I love the character.
But I think Mac himself is an interesting character. He's senior there to Chip, supposedly having a few more years in experience, and I think it shows in the waistline too. Too many donuts there, pulled out of the trash, I guess. But he has this gruffness to him. I think he's been around the block. Definitely seen more trash than he cared to talk about, starting back to that garbage revolution and on up till today. And I think in some aspects that it's like a man who's gone to war. You've seen so much of the fighting and everything like that eventually gets to you, and you either go one way or the other about it. And I think Mac is reaching that crossroads as to which side of the garbage law does he really belong on. And he's got his questions that he still needs to resolve in that, I think.
I felt guilty about so much evil in the world. I thought maybe to change my lifestyle. But it's hard when you're at the top. A drug lord. What else would I go to?
Come on, somebody give me a beat.
Oh God.
Most interesting thing that happened. I'd have to say getting the chance to meet all these different people that I've never worked with before, getting to know them, getting to work with them.
I'd say the most interesting thing for me was running up and down the stairs away from the imaginary zombies in high heels. That was definitely an interesting experience. I'll never forget that.
For this movie, interesting thing would be more having to come up with, being that most of my scenes involves physical activity like fight scenes, whatever, or picking people up, is coming up with something right on the spot, and then seeing how it turns out on film. I think that's the most interesting and the most self-satisfying thing as far as film concerned. Of course, being able to work with all the wonderful, great actors and people involved with the film, it makes it even a plus.
There, I think the most interesting thing is having Nick freak out over the hair in the bag. That just totally cracked me up. Of all the things, he's been through, Desert Storm, Persian Gulf War I, probably been shot at, blown at, the thing that gets a little hair in a bag. So that to me has been the most interesting thing so far.
The fact that I got beaten up to a pulp in one of our scenes. It was myself and another actor, and we just went full bore. I mean, we really went at it. Also, working with Kwon, Peter Kwon, he's a real good friend of mine. So when he approached me with the project, with everybody involved with it, I jumped at the chance.
You see, I was raised to be a nice young man. never allowed to express my true emotions. And this is what happens to young boys that never get to show their dark side.
Come on.
I don't understand. Why couldn't you just get like a regular pork, ribs, or whatever that is? What is that?
Any profession that wasn't my own, what would it be? I would have to either pick professional race car driver or professional wrestling.
If I ended up in heaven, that's a good one. It'd probably be something more like, oh no, it's you again.
My favorite color is the color green because it's the color of my corporate sponsor, 7-Up. After a long, hard day of working out on the basketball court or in a corner of a hallway, I like to open up a delicious, refreshing 7-Up out of my personal mini fridge. 7-Up. Oh. It's a choice of a new generation. And I know you want to be part of that new generation too, don't you? Now it's time to hit the basketball court.
In my human life, to Naomi, my dear beloved, and to my friend, Masumi. My family, when I was human. My friends, when I was human.
So Masumi and all the other workers and helpers on this project. I'd like to say a special thanks to Ed Nix of Nix Performing Arts Center, Ed and Juliet Nix, for helping me with my acting and my stunt career. I'd like to thank Hawaii Stunt Connection, Achilles and Dale and all the rest of the gang out there for giving me a chance to express myself and teach me a lot of things as far as stunts and everything. Of course, I'd like to thank my wife. I can't forget about my wife, Ann Young. You're the best. My mom and dad, and Jehovah God, of course, for giving me the talent and giving me the abilities to be able to do what I'm able to do. I'd like to thank all you out there for watching this film, and hopefully you all like it.
Well, I'd like to start off by thanking my family, my mom, my dad, my brother Greg, my girlfriend Jane. Hopefully we're still together when this comes out. And of course all the members of the staff, the production staff, special effects and all that. They did a really great job on this film. I'm proud of it. Honestly, I haven't worked on that many films, and they really helped me out through some scenes and getting through a lot of difficult, parts of the movie. But yeah, I'd like to thank everybody that put this all together.
Hi, Mom and Dad. Hi. And I want to give a shout out to Jesus. He's the man. Yeah.
Thank you, my father.
Thank you, Jesus. Where'd that voice come from?
Message to people out there, if acting is your passion, I suggest you do it. Do something you love. If you have a passion for it and you love to do it with all your heart, all your mind, all your energy. Don't listen to all those negative things people have to tell you. Also, big ups to Masumi Childers, Anthony, everybody else in this film, and of course to my boys in the stream.
Okay.
Kalani's answers were the best.
Oh yeah, what'd he say?
I don't know, just the way he said it, it was, but I think Anthony's was the most funniest, though.
What'd you say? The great Detective Kwon. Can't even touch a note.
Hello, my name's Masumi Childers. I directed Detective Kwon and the Garbage Police. I got the idea for this movie here in Niigata, Japan. Here in Japan, everyone must recycle. It's the law. You could spend hours a day going through your trash just to get it ready to be thrown away. Once the thought came to me, I sat down at this table right here and started writing. It first started off with two scruffy garbage cops named Chip and Mac, and a murder.
I can't really see. Oh, it's a bit shaky. Hang on. Oh, this isn't too bad. It is a bit weird that we're pulling away from them so much, but... Well, I don't know why you should. I mean, it's not really doing anything to me. It's just making your footage shakier. It doesn't harm me in any way.
The question is, how much did Detective Kwon cost altogether? I mean, there really wasn't any funding for this movie. Most of the materials were provided by the actors, and if the actors didn't have the materials available, then I would try to make something or find something to go in line with the story. But that isn't really an answer, is it? I mean, you gotta know how much something costs. That's why I kept track of all the receipts so that we could see how much everything cost altogether. And here it is. Here's the receipt for the light that went on Clara's back. $175. Here's the one for the miniature. $26.51. Plastic eggs. 79 cents.
Whoa! Did you feel that?
Green screen backdrop. $281. Office supplies. $64.18. Props. $32.06. Computer parts. $32 even. Parking. $68. Gas. $372.18. Costumes. $60.96. Makeup. $54.18. Food. $445.43. Other. $94.89. For a grand total of $1,223.88. And that's only what I spent on the project.
But you should get, why don't you get a close-up of the gutter and then have it just drop into the gutter? Okay, right here.
Okay, Anthony, just throw it.
Okay, here we go. Oh, what?
A lot of people ask how the effects were done in this movie. Well, the answer is that most of them were done in the computer. I did some, and Anthony, he did more of the complicated effects. If the actors didn't have the costumes available, then I just make them. This one was for the shrouded minion. Who could forget, it's Detective Kwon's trench coat. Yeah, this is actually a very fine material, but it kept on coming apart during shooting, so in some scenes you notice that the back of Detective Kwon's trench coat is straight, and then other times you notice that there's a little stitch in the back because it kept on shrinking. This, of course, is when Detective Kwon dressed as a doctor. This one was also used in another short that I did.
This pill contains a powerful and very expensive psychotropic drug,
which premiered at the VC Film Festival in Los Angeles, California. This song.
All you're doing is mixing the two sediments, the two like plasters together, and it's gonna form like a plastic that you can mold to your teeth. First you have a character of mine be gay.
Okay.
Now you have another guy breathing down my neck.
You know, I really gotta give it up to the actors. They went all out on this one. There's a few close calls, though. During the first fight sequence, Kwon was punching up and he caught Kalani Young's nose. I mean, if it would have just been like a few inches closer, I don't know, Kalani could have been really messed up. During the ending fight sequence, there was another dangerous moment where there was this knife and it was sharp. It's not a fake knife. Fighting with a real knife. This is really real. They could have really hurt themselves, and no one told them to do this. I didn't tell them to do this. They just really went at it. You know, that's how we did everything, you know. Gun and run, they say, huh? I mean, that's how I do most of my projects, but this one, you know, since it was so much longer than the shorts I usually do, it was really challenging, to say the least. People often ask how many days did it take to shoot Detective Kwon in the Garbage Police. We started on April 5th, 2006. We shot on and off until November 15th, 2006.
Give it up, Kane. I got this building surrounded. 1,000 cops just for you.
This isn't over. The city has minutes to...
A total of 20 shooting days at 4 hours each. We ended up with 11 hours of footage, which was reduced to about an 80-minute film. This is like the Detective Kwon's lunch hour.
Ken's dying, brother.
Oh, that's good. The basic premise of Detective Kwon is about society. What kind of a society would someone like to live in? One where individualism is put above the safety of the community, or vice versa. I hope that Detective Kwon is very successful, and of course I'll try to enter it into some film festivals, the Hawaiian National Film Festival. Of course, knowing them, this will probably be my third film that they'll be turning down, but you know, if you ask me, I think it's more of an honor to be rejected than accepted by them anyways. At least I know that I'll be doing something right. Here I am, back in Hawaii. Well, I'm glad that it's all over now, and I can look forward to doing other projects.